I'm going to do a day in the life of a hospice nurse. It's Friday. It's 7 a.m. I'm working today. I'm drinking coffee. I'm going to start looking up the patients I'm seeing today and start planning my day. And I'll bring you guys along. So let's go. So my neck was hurting really bad today, which is a common thing. I do have neck and jaw pain. But what you're seeing here is mostly me just looking up patients and all the information I need to know about the patients I'm going to see today. Also responding to texts from doctors, other nurses, the office. Me sitting here trying to remember what the heck I was even going to type. Classic Julie. This part of my day always takes at least an hour. Okay, the reality of hospice nursing is much of it is spent on the phone, coordinating stuff, trying to figure stuff out. And it can feel anxiety provoking because you are trying to do a million things at once before you even leave the house. It is currently 9:50. I'm getting a late start because the office kept changing my schedule. More people would call in. And it's actually not that big of a deal, but with my personality, I'm a little bit like, because I kind of like to know what the heck I'm doing, but it changes an awful lot. So, got breakfast, iced Americano with a breakfast sandwich, and I'm heading to my first patient's house, which will take about a half an hour to get to. And then I have a full day, so come along with me. Side note, you guys know I get headaches. I have a very, very, very bad headache right now, which is kind of common. I have gone to many doctors, and who knows, but I'm going to eat and hopefully take some medicine and feel a little better. Traffic, traffic, traffic. Almost there. Okay. Whew. I wish I could take you guys with me. Okay. We had an actively dying patient. Man, the family was handling it so well. I educated them. I could tell that the patient would likely die within, probably today, less than 24 hours. So, told the family, they understood. They were very supportive and nice and wonderful. I had to change the patient. They were comfortable. Educated about end-of-life breathing, right? How it can look scary, but really it's okay. And it's okay because it's biologically and metabolically shutting down the body. The patient had the classic skin signs, which don't happen to everybody, but she had an organ at the end of life, right? So when at the end of life, the skin's also shutting down. So you can get they look like bruises, but really they're wounds. Deep tissue injuries because of the skin not really getting enough oxygen, and then also being sat in one spot. Even if it's only for a couple hours, sometimes it can still leave these bruises. So the person had that. You can turn them and stuff, but really when someone's so close to the end of life, they're a few hours out, I don't stress about it. It's listen, are they clean? Are they safe? Are they comfortable? If they're comfortable, that's all we can ask for, right? Just be with your loved one. They were such a lovely family. Generation of pictures all around. The patient was in their 80s. They had a picture of their mother, their mother's mother, their mother's mother. You get what I mean, right? Great-great-grandmother. Anyway, it's just so cool to see generations. And then to know that this person's leaving soon, and I think going to meet those people they haven't seen in a very long time. That's what I think. It makes me feel so wow. Okay, it's 11 o'clock. I got to go. I didn't chart. So charting is at the end of the day, which you probably really shouldn't do, but I'm doing that because I want to see my patients on time. Unfortunately, most of my job is charting. But let's go see the next patient. Okay, second patient of the day. They were just on the street, so that makes it easy. Gonna head in. They were kind of annoyed because I think the doctor's late. Something happened, but they were a little annoyed. It's okay, I'll charm them. Okay, second visit down. That was a quick one. Sometimes the visits are really, really quick, which families don't fully understand, and they're kind of like, what are you even here for? But I always try to make jokes. Oh, you're making my job easy, because if there's no real symptoms and no real issues to deal with at the moment, if the person is clean, safe, and comfortable, and we're checking their vitals, and I do my full head to toe assessment, if there's nothing really going on, you don't have to refill meds, nothing. You go, you leave. So that was a pretty easy visit, and the doctors were following up with me anyway, like they were coming to make another visit to the same patient, so it was going to be a lot for the family. So I did my stuff quickly and kind of just gave the doctors a report and headed out. Another thing to note, if someone does have seizures, because some diseases will cause seizures, usually if there's tumors in the brain or any kind of brain tumor, you can have seizures. So they usually are on seizure medication, and a lot of time, if the seizure was pretty recent, we will order something called a diastat. And diastat, not every hospice will do this, but it's basically a suppository of 4 different medications to give if someone starts having a seizure or continuous seizure. Okay, on to my third patient. This patient's pretty far away, but they're close to my home, so I'm making them my last visit. And I know what you're thinking. 3 visits in a day, that's not a lot. Agreed, it's not really a lot, but I will have, it's a lot of fires to put out because there were a lot of triage calls, meaning there were actual issues going on, except for this last patient I just went to go see. So usually there's a lot more time that goes into those visits, and then hours of documentation. So let's see, it's 12 o'clock noon. I need to stop and get something to eat, and then I'll go see my next patient. Let's go. McDonald's on the go. Don't judge me too hard, okay? I don't do it all the time, but today kind of called for it. I feel like I had a headache. Diet Coke always helps with my headaches randomly. Needed some fries. These fries are perfection. A little cheeseburger action. So now I ate. I'm a little early for my next patient, so I sit in my car and I chart on my other patients. I have about 15 more minutes. I'll try to finish up some charting, and then I'll head into my third patient. And it is 1 o'clock. Okay, it's 2 o'clock. Last patient done, which I know it sounds like 2 o'clock. That's amazing. But then I have to chart, and charting takes forever. If I didn't have to chart, then I'd really be in heaven. But it's okay. I get it. All of my patients and their families have been so sweet. Ordered a bunch of stuff for all of them, so it is going to take a while, but that's okay because I want them to be all set for the weekend because it is Friday. I always try to do my last patient closest to home. So now I'm going to drive home, and it's not too far away. Actually, for my drive home, I am going to try to see if I can find one of those neighborhood libraries, like book libraries, little book box, and put my book in there, signed. Keep my eye out. I also had to use one of my breaks to go to the pharmacy to pick up one of my medications, which is kind of nice. Okay, now to chart. Still looking for one of those libraries. Maybe I'll find one. Real quick, I came home. I love Rich because he just cleaned my whole house. Walked in, cleaned everything. One thing I do the second I get home, change, because I'm gross. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. I finished all my charting, finished all my emailing, all the phone calls, all the ordering, all the things I had to do. And now I'm off for the weekend. Thanks for spending the day with me. Love you guys.